Who needs a life insurance policy? The answer is simple. Everyone. Look, the last couple of weeks, excuse me, have been really hard. Honestly, every time I kind of scroll through my Facebook page, I, read the news of a close friend who is, much younger than me, passing away tragically, unexpectedly, and it just, completely breaks my heart. But as an insurance agent, a lot of things run through my head when I read those updates, to be honest with you. One of them being, man, I hope they had an insurance policy in place. And then the other thing, as their friend, man, I don't know if they did or not. And what that tells me is that we either never had that conversation or I didn't bug the crap out of them enough to make sure that they had a life insurance policy in place. I mean, that's what that tells me. Look, that's on me. And it's something that, I have made a decision in my own life, really, to truly get out there and talk to my close friends, my clients, my, Facebook friends, anybody and everybody about what life insurance can do. And at the end of the day, I truly 100% do not care at all if you end up purchasing a life insurance policy from me or your current insurance agent or somebody that you don't even know. I mean, truly, I do not care. I believe in it so much that it's more important for you to just have a policy in place. And it helps me sleep at night that we've had that conversation and that I know, hey, they're taken care of, than whether or not you buy a life insurance policy for me. That's not the purpose of this. Really, I want to talk about why it's important, what it can do and be used for. So ultimately, when we leave this earth and the loved ones that we leave behind can have the freedom to grieve. And that's really what life insurance does. If I had to boil it down into one sentence, what does life insurance do? It gives you the freedom to grieve. It does that in a lot of different ways, one of which pays off your mortgage, right? You can use it to do that. So imagine, and I'll give you a personal example. So right before we had our youngest, my wife got laid off, like 2 months before the due date. It's one of those times in life when you're kind of like, whew, all right, let's do this. How are we gonna make it work? We made it work. It's amazing. When I look back at that time, though, if I would have passed away and Ann wouldn't have been working, luckily, we have a life insurance policy in place. But if we didn't, can you imagine? Can you imagine having to interview for a job maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks after your loved one passed away because you're worried that you won't be able to make the mortgage payment, or that your house is going to be foreclosed on, or you're going to have to move because you can't afford to pay that mortgage now? I mean, the list goes on forever. What about all your bills, utilities, all of these things, first year, second year, third year, that you would have to worry about? And truly the most amazing thing about it all is, for the most part, life insurance is extremely inexpensive for the benefit that you get from it. Now if you're young, if you're in your 20s and you just graduated from college, if you are, my age, or if you are, heck, I just wrote a policy for someone that's in their 50s. Amazing rate. So the bottom line is, there's so many different things that we spend our money on every single day. And if you can shift your mindset in thinking about the importance of who you're leaving behind, and the fact that here's that no one likes to talk about death, least of all me. I absolutely hate it. It makes me uncomfortable. It makes me just icky feeling to think about leaving people behind, or think about my loved ones dying, or even friends that I know. It's terrible. It's just awful. But the fact is, it's a part of life, and we have to set up our loved ones so that they can have the time that it takes to grieve the loss. And one of the easiest cheapest and best ways to do that is to buy a life insurance policy. So if I can be the one to help you out, if you have any questions about life insurance in general, please just give me a call. I promise you, I'm not going to pressure you into anything. I really just want to educate you about it and point you in the right direction. And if I happen to be your agent, great. If not, at least I feel comfortable and I can sleep at night because we had that conversation. So anyway, that is my soapbox for the day. I hope you have a great weekend, and kiss the people you love and tell them you love them today.